us because I'm going to put it on YouTube, so we're live. There we go. Now we're live streaming, too. Oh, my goodness. We're uptown here. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because we have a guest here. Her name is Patrice Washington. Now, the American, rescue package has passed. The government will be sending out checks to eligible Americans. That's us. However, millions have been excluded because they have not filed a tax return or shared their payment information with the government. Joining us today is financial expert Patrice Washington, here to share important information to be exact, from MasterCard and about how people can set up direct payments for stimulus funds through prepaid debit cards. Patrice is also the author of several best-selling books, including a new book called easy for me to almost say, Redefine Wealth for Herself and Yourself. She is frequently featured on CNBC and GMN and us here at WOCA. Welcome, Patrice Washington. How are you this morning?
I'm well, Joe, now that I'm talking to you. I'm good.
Oh, my head just got an inch bigger. All right. Boy, I could do the whole interview just by reading your bio. Unbelievable. I did get a kick out of one thing that you said. If I could find it now, you have so much on here. I might just be the only chocolate girl in America who doesn't like chocolate. What? What is this? What is this?
Well, not everyone loves chocolate, Joe. What can I say?
So what's your vice then? What is your sweet tooth hit then?
This is going to be really elementary, but I do have a 13-year-old daughter, so I'll preface it with that. But I do love Sour Patch Kids. I do.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Don't judge.
No. You kidding me? I have 4 kids. No judging. No judging. Well, let's get right into the crunch of this here, as they say here, and tell us about the stimulus program, of course, and why many eligible people will be excluded. How the heck's that going on?
Yeah. Well, Joe, we were excited, right, when we heard about this third round of stimulus payment. We heard $1,400, and folks were instantly grateful. But what we didn't know is that millions of eligible Americans don't have a digital means of receiving their payment, and it's really creating a bottleneck, and it's leaving billions of dollars unclaimed. So to help those without digital means of receiving their stimulus checks, MasterCard teamed up with 2 folks I know the listeners have heard of, great partners, Liberty Tax and Walmart. And that's because they want to offer direct deposits of stimulus payments through prepaid cardholder accounts so that folks can get these much-needed stimulus funds quicker and more conveniently and much safer.
How about the ones that are eligible? The Americans that are eligible. How can they get their checks quicker? You're saying digital. Are you talking digital checks or paper checks?
Well, we're talking about debit. We're talking about prepaid debit cards because I don't know if you've been seeing this or you've heard, the IRS is overwhelmed. They are backed up, and we have millions of Americans who didn't understand that, listen, your stimulus payment is really based on your tax return from 2020, from 2019. That's how they've been able to determine eligibility. And while you may actually be eligible, if you haven't filed these taxes, then how do we know? How do they know? So folks are going, I'm waiting for my stimulus payment. What's going on? Well, if you haven't filed taxes, nothing's going on right now. And if you haven't submitted updated payment information, then that could be why there's a stall as well. And so the way to get it quickly, I love what MasterCard is doing. They're offering millions of qualified Americans this quick and secure option to get their payments quickly with these sign-up bonuses when you use a Walmart Money Card or NetSpend Liberty Tax Prepaid MasterCard.
Okay, and those
Joe,
Go ahead.
I just want to break down how simple this is because I really
you read minds, don't you? I was going to ask you that.
I read minds. I want to break down how simple this is, Joe, because though there's folks who are listening to us and they're going, wait a minute, I haven't filed my taxes. I haven't had to file taxes in so long, but I didn't know this is what it was based on. Okay. Well, qualifying new customers who use Liberty Taxes services to file their tax returns, that's 2020, 2019 primarily, they'll receive 30% off tax prep plus a $15 bonus. And when you select the NetSpend Liberty Tax prepaid MasterCard for the disbursement of the tax refund, you can even get another $15 off. So you're getting some money savings here as you get access to your stimulus payment much quicker. All you got to do is make a tax appointment at libertytax.com, file your tax return with Liberty Tax, get your card, and receive your funds. Now, that's one way.
Okay, I was waiting for step 2. Okay, the other choice. Go ahead.
Now, there's the other choice. If you're going, well, I filed taxes, but what's going on with my payment? I haven't received it. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm on the phone for hours waiting to talk to someone at the IRS. Here's what you do. You can purchase a new Walmart Money Card and register it online. You receive $10 after you deposit your stimulus payment. So you'd have to go back and let them know, hey, redirect my funds here. This is where I want to get my funds because this is a card that I have in my hand that I know is secure, right? And I want to be able to track when I get my payment. You can also get another $20 when you direct deposit payroll or government benefits as well.
Into that card from Walmart. And you get a $10 bill just for doing it.
Just for doing it.
That's not bad. I'll take a $10 every day. Every day. Oh.
Yeah, but it's so needed, right? So think about how many Americans, again, we're not talking about a few people here, Joe. Millions and millions of Americans have been excluded from receiving their stimulus payments because they haven't previously filed that tax return or shared their recent payment information with the government. And it is, again, creating a bottleneck that we really want to get beyond because we need to get these funds into the hands of people who need them the most.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Before I always, 10 minutes goes by quick when you're talking all this stuff, and it's digging in. And our listeners know, well, we're news talk, so listeners know to have pen and pencil. Hopefully, they got their pen and pencil. Where can they go for more information?
To get more information, you can go to mastercard.com/stimulus. That's mastercard.com/stimulus, and it'll break it all down for you very simply.
Okay. Mastercard-stimulus, STIMULUS, okay, .com. Not .net, not or .com. It's sounds simple, but if you make that little mistake at the end, you're in La La Land somewhere, watching something else from Washington or something. So, well, it is a delight talking to you, Patrice. I mean, you're just you know it all. You're a financial expert and best-selling author, so I'm privileged to have you on the air with us here. I really am, and our listeners. I want you to just go over just a quick again because we went so fast and it's stimulating. I'm sorry.
You couldn't help yourself, Joe. I know you couldn't help yourself.
It was there. It was there. I couldn't let it roll. Would I? Yeah. So the package is passed. The stimulus package is passed, and the checks will be being sent out. We don't know when. We don't know how, but you're trying to help out our listeners by say, let's go digital so you get it. Kapush, and the IRS doesn't have to be involved, and your name is back into the system.
Correct.
I did it right. See, I was listening.
Of eligible Americans. You were listening. And you mentioned that I have a long bio. What I want listeners to know is that I'm really passionate about this work in particular because I've been there. So my entire platform was built because of when I built a great business straight out of college. But, Joe, I lost everything in the last recession, literally to the point of scraping up change. And I know what $1,400 could have done for me at that time. I know that any resource that would have been available to me, I would have appreciated. And so to have some information that could actually change the game, right? That can make money available to me that may have not been available otherwise. I would have loved for someone to just say, look, this is a simple way that you can get your hands on these funds right now. And so to be in a position where, 12 years later, I'm in a position to help spread this information, it really means a lot to me.
All right. Patrice Washington, thank you so much for coming on the air with us here today. It was my pleasure immensely to have you here. Again, thank you.
Thanks so much, Joe.